This is Ruben Lowing. It's Wednesday morning. I'm doing my morning leadership talk. So every morning I have a routine. I get up at 4:45 and I read. I'm reading a chapter a day in Genesis, Psalms, and Proverbs, and I'm in chapter 4. I've been reading chapter 4 every day this month. So I read the same chapter every day for a month. Okay, so it's day 28. I've been reading the same scripture 28 times. And in in Genesis chapter 4, verse 7, God is talking to Cain. Because why are you angry? If you do what is right, won't you be accepted? Got hung up on that use of grammar for 28 days. Never got past it until today. And then I found what the rest of it said opened up to me today. Okay. It says, if you don't do what's right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you. You must rule over it. Okay. So that focus on what is wrong will block you from what is right or what is good. Okay. In the military, one of the most professionally taught courses is Army Free Fall Jumpmaster School. They don't yell at you. They do everything they can to help you pass. Yet it has some of the highest attrition. It has the highest attrition, more than BUD/S training, more than Navy SEAL training. They have a higher washout rate than any other course in the military. And I had to do it twice. And what gets everybody is a jump master personnel inspection. So you have 4 parachutists, and one's Hollywood, just a parachute on. The other one's got a M16 on. The other one's got, it's 3 I guess it's 3. No, it's 4. The other one's got a rucksack, and the other one's wearing oxygen. And so you have to go through, and what they teach you to do is look for correctness. Okay, so what happens to everybody, and I knew this from boxing, that when you get stressed, your body produces adrenaline. And what adrenaline does, adrenaline is just a hormone, there's no mass to it, it just sends a signal to your organs. So your heart, you increase your pumps more, so increase your circulation, so you're getting more blood and nutrients to your cells, and your muscles to fuel them. And you get more oxygen, your respiration increases, you start breathing deeper and faster, and you get more oxygen in your bloodstream to fuel your muscles. Okay, but it causes a delay in your thinking process. So that's where the fight or flight kicks in. And what it does, it makes you revert to what is most familiar to you. So through repetition, you do what is most familiar to you. You're going to do it harder and faster. Okay, so when I went back to the JMPI my second time around, I shadowboxed, because that's how you get rid of them butterflies in your stomach. It's excess glucose dumping off your stomach, so you have to do something physical. So I was shadowboxing. I was ripping punches off, man. Them instructors thought, oh, I'm in trouble. They were more worried than I was, right? And but what it did is it cleared my mind, and I knew, looking for correctness, the flaws pop out. Okay, other than looking for what's wrong. When you look for what's wrong, okay, in that scenario, it takes too long. When you're always looking for what's wrong with other people, they sense it and they don't like it. They run away. Okay, negative energy repels. Okay, Positive energy attracts, right? I did a Zoom meeting, had one person, and I wanted her. She was one of the top speakers, the number two, the first runner up in all international Toastmasters last year for the whole world, okay? And we go to the same Toastmasters club. And I wanted her to review my presentation. So two things we got out of it. One is I don't have good enough Wi-Fi, so toward the end, my Zoom cut out, right? So today I'm getting a free tablet and I'm at an extra line with T-Mobile. So that won't happen again, right? Unlimited, okay? But next is, she said that, when I saw this before, it was all doom and gloom and negative and, it was all crisis, okay? And, people down here don't like it. Something down here, the prominent culture, which is Hispanic, doesn't seem to like it. Because when we had our meetings, I was the only gringo. There's a white guy, but he's still Spanish, right? And I was in training with 11 Asian women, and there was an African, black guy right from Africa, and he's got doing the BPM, right? But we're in the Rio Grande Valley. They're all Mexicans. Where are they? Okay, well, I know from my day job, calling on these produce warehouses, selling them services and chemicals to clean their warehouses, that they're big on, they don't like to be put down, they want to be accepted. They have this weird off color sense of humor, and if you get offended, they get offended because you were offended by their offense. Right? But I just kind of shake my head and laugh, and they think, I got him, right? And they want to be accepted, okay? And I'm good at that. I'm not going to, and what happens? I keep coming back smiling, and they do business with me, okay? I'm thinking, I'm not going to change the presentation, but it's delivery, go through the blue book. Okay, here are some statistics, and they're pretty dire and they're gloomy. And this is from 2015. It's worse now, okay? But we've got a solution, and that's when you go to the proper foundation, okay? Protection. Who's your greatest asset? You are the most valuable thing. Just being positive, right? Right. And then we're gonna, the next step is managing that debt. We got a solution for that. Okay. And and it's amazing when you see how it works. And it's you can pay your debt off faster and still put money away for your emergency fund, so you don't have to go back to them credit cards, and it gives you that feeling of confidence, right? And then you can start stocking away, for the future, your investments. And when that starts to grow, man, does that make you more confident, okay? It's amazing what that'll do for you. It'll change you, okay? And then you go to, it goes to the rule of 72, all right? I love the rule of 72, man. I used to use that when I first learned about that, man. I would use that I was strategizing with that, right? And planning, using that in my planning. So more than what they showed that Mr. Startle and Mr. Wait Longer, right? Oh, and the way I talk about that is, okay, these two guys came to a meeting, and Mr. Startle, he got involved and put money away for 7 years, and then Mr. Wait Longer, he came back around, and then he got started. And this is the difference from because he waited. He got started. This is what happens because he didn't get involved right away. And why didn't he get involved? It's that human nature, right? It's that amygdala, all right? It's oh, well, there's a change that's uncomfortable, and it looks at it as danger, and it'll make you stop and scrutinize and look for the negative. It'll make you look for what's wrong, okay? Even if there's nothing there, it'll find something, okay? And but that's human nature. You got to go. If I do nothing, am I going to be in a better or worse position than if I do something, even if I fail? But if I do something and I succeed, how much further ahead am I going to be? And what that does is it shakes that amygdala part of your brain, and it goes, oh, doing nothing is the dangerous thing. Okay, so I better do something. Okay, and so all this, is little things that if we say it right, we get the right results. Okay. The other thing is those people that start and then stop is because they don't have a dream, or they don't have a goal. They don't have a vision for the future. So you got to stoke that. If they don't have it, you better help them figure it out. Help them. That's what you should be talking about. That's what we should be talking about all the time. Okay? All right? And if they do have a goal and you know what it is, you better stoke that fire. Okay? You better fan those flames and watch what happens. Okay? So, with that said, I'm putting my scripture meditation with my leadership talk, and this is what I got out of it this morning. Ruben Lowen out.